to a brand new episode of Hero Huddle. This is a show where I, Tomahawk,
I Sue.
and that's it. We discuss the pop culture nerd news of the week and sometimes last week. And today we are covering the fact that Kathleen Kennedy, the devil herself, has finally left Lucasfilm, I guess. If I'm being honest here, I don't have a lot of feelings about this. I just know nerds across the internet are happy. Stu, are you one of those nerds?
I'm mostly indifferent. I'm not one of those nerds that like contribute every downfall of Star Wars within like the last 10 years. I don't attribute that to just her
Mm-hmm.
because there's like obvious other glaring issues with like how the franchise has been handled since the acquisition by Disney. And I think honestly I think it's a good thing to get maybe someone new in there. Did they say who's replacing her?
It's there's going to be a shared position type of deal. It's Dave Filoni and somebody else whose name I don't remember. I will look that up real fast. Hey, Stu, can you tell our viewers who Dave Filoni is?
Dave Filoni. I can probably tell you.
You don't know who Dave Filoni is
Not
off the
off
top
the
of your
top of
head?
my head. I know that. So okay. No. Yes, I can.
Okay. I thought that was going to be a give me.
It's late. No, he has been, I believe, producing, if not like also directing like the majority of Star Wars content for like the last while.
He's like responsible for like
Star Wars, The Clone Wars,
Clone Wars,
the live
Rebels.
action shows,
Yeah.
like a lot, pretty much all the animated Star Wars shows we've gotten in the last while. He's been like spearheading.
I have heard the stuff that he works on being referred to as cowboy hat Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I know that a lot of the Star Wars diehards are really happy that he's going to be like in charge. I don't love that. I think a lot of his stuff has become pretty homogenized. Like, it's hard to tell some of these projects apart now. He knows Star Wars very well. Obviously, he's a big nerd about it. And he's president and chief creative officer. And then there is Lynwen Brennan, who is going to take on the role of a co-president, and they're going to be sort of running Lucasfilm as a whole. It's not just Star Wars,
Mhm.
but like Star Wars is like the main thing.
Yeah. And this is the main thing. Like, if you like look at like Dave Filoni's like little resume of movies and shows here,
Mm-hmm.
it's like all Star Wars except for like two things on here. Which, I mean, if it means that he gets more of like a direct control over like, you know, production as far as like, I guess like how things are written and whatnot, it could be better. There's also like kind of one of those things where I'm like, I don't know how like into production Kathleen Kennedy was with her role, as president. If as president of Lucasfilm, I would assume that you probably just sign things and then collect a paycheck. I don't really I don't really see you doing like a whole lot of hands-on, but maybe I'm wrong.
We'll never know for sure.
Yeah, we can ask her to be on the
Hey,
show
that's
and
a
say,
good
"Hey,
point.
you should
Hey,
come and tell us what you did."
Stu, can you go ahead and find her and like send her a DM inviting her to be
I
on our
have her
show?
number. I'll just text her.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me know what she says.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
But yeah, I do feel like Kathleen Kennedy has gotten sort of overhated over the years. I think a lot of the Star Wars projects that have come out since Disney got Lucasfilm have been sort of destined to be received poorly. Like Star Wars is going to be a hard thing to try and make sequels to, because most people watch it when they're a child and then they grow up and they're like, wow, I can't believe I'm getting more Star Wars. And then they watch it and it doesn't make them feel the same way it did when they were a kid. And they're
Mhm.
just like, this isn't because I'm a grown up. This is because the movies are bad.
Yeah.
To be fair, the sequel trilogy is incredibly flawed, but people act like it is just doo doo, that it is just poo poo.
Mhm.
And I'm like, there's good stuff in it.
It's the same thing that happened with the prequel trilogy. When it came out, when the prequel trilogy was gone, we spent the last, 10 years between that and The Force Awakens to be like, "Wow, that was some of the worst cinema I've ever seen in my entire life." And then here comes Disney with some more Star Wars content
Mhm.
fresh off the stove, and it's just worse. But, like, I wouldn't say strictly worse, it's just bad. And then we see that, we go, "Oh, maybe the prequels weren't as bad as we remember." They were.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this kind of
Yeah.
to death, and I think this is a fine can of worms for us to get into because this is somebody's first video. I think they're bad for, well, not necessarily opposite reasons, which is what I initially wanted to say. I think the prequel movies are hideous.
Mhm,
I think they're poorly acted,
mhm,
but I do think there is a good idea at the sort of heart of that trilogy of like, this is the story,
mhm.
even though it's scripted so poorly. I think the idea of that trilogy is good. The sequel trilogy, I think, looks great.
Yeah.
I think they're well acted most of the time. The scripts vary in quality from moment to moment.
I think they're probably on par with the prequels, to be completely honest. Like, they don't have throwaway lines like no, yes, they do, because you have "I hate sand" from Attack of the Clones,
Uh
and
huh.
then somehow Palpatine has returned from Rise of Skywalker. It's just
I don't,
it's
but
tough.
there's some stuff in the sequels where I'm like, that's all right. It's okay. It's okay. And I
Yeah.
don't think there is a single line. Actually, I think there's probably, I'm going to say 4 lines in the prequels that work.
I know. It's tough, being a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
hard. We do a lot of work to keep the spirit alive.
But yeah, if you, hi, hi, viewer, new viewer, especially if you're new to the channel, I am probably the most contrarian when it comes to the Star Wars stuff here. Tristan, who is not here today, and Stu love to yell at me for why I'm wrong about my opinions on Star Wars. So, welcome aboard. Tell me why I'm wrong in the comments below. But yeah, I think that the sequel trilogy, its greatest flaw is that it fails as a trilogy. Like
Mhm,
I think the worst part of it is the rise of Skywalker. Like Last Jedi felt like they were trying to like re-steer the ship, and then the last movie like re-steered it again, and it kind of gave me whiplash.
mhm.
And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you should have just picked a way to go.
Yeah, 'cause they kept swapping directors and writers between them. Like, I think Ryan Johnson just did The Last Jedi,
Hmm.
and so he's like and I think he didn't like what happened with the first movie, so he tried to, like, course correct, and I think Abrams came back for the last one and was
Abrams did
like
come back for the last one.
yeah, and so he goes, "Well, I don't like what you didn't like about The Force Awakens, so I'm changing it back." And so, like, things between the movies just don't make sense.
Yeah. I feel like everybody in Hollywood that wants to work as a creative in a long running franchise needs to take some improv classes because the basic rule of improv is yes and. So your partner establishes something, and then you, the performer, go, yes, you agree, you make that true in the universe that you are building, and then
Mhm,
you add to it. And then you take the thing that I added and you reaffirm that that is true, and then you add to that. And then we build a universe out together.
mhm.
And the worst thing you can do in improv is just go, no, that's wrong.
Sometimes it's really funny,
It can be funny,
but not when you're
but
making a multi-million
yeah,
dollar movie.
yeah. And that's what these movies feel like. The sequel trilogy, it feels like J.J. Abrams goes, ooh, you guys are never gonna guess what's in this mystery box. Guess who Ray's parents are? And then Ryan Johnson just goes, "The box is empty. Her parents, they don't matter to nobody, and you're stupid for wondering."
Yeah.
And then J.J. Abrams is like, "No, actually, at the bottom of the box, there's a secret compartment."
Yep.
Turns out her parents were important. Her grandpa's important.
I think what's really criminal about both of them is that if they were if it was written that way from the beginning where like but not like to do both, but to do one or the other. If from the beginning JJ Abrams is like, "Hey, it's going to be a big reveal who her parents are." And then at the last movie you reveal like, "Okay, payoff. Thank you." But
Mhm.
also like with what Ryan Johnson did where he goes, "It doesn't matter what your lineage is. Anyone can be powerful and good." Both are great, but not when you
Yep.
fighting each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Either direction would
Mhm.
have been fine.
Yeah.
Also, this is more of a tangent on the nature of storytelling because I do think them just going no at each other from movie to movie is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I wish they hadn't done is just kill off their cast in every movie. Like, oh yeah, let's bring all of our classic characters back, and we're just gonna kill them one by one,
Mhm.
and they're never gonna meet each other.
We're lucky Chewbacca made it out of there alive.
He almost didn't.
He almost did. They tried to kill him in the last movie, and
They
they're like,
did.
"Ah, we got you." He was on a different ship.
Hmm.
I'm like,
And
"Oh my god,
they tried to fake us out with C3P. I hate that movie. I hate that movie
not
so much.
good." Fucking Babu Frick.
Yeah, I mean, I love Bob Frick.
I hate Babu Frick.
Wow. Wow, Stu. I don't think we've ever disagreed on a Star Wars topic more.
I hope he gets Lou Gehrig's disease.
Well, it turns out for his species, that just gives him super strength.
No,
Like, you've turned him into Superman. That was the one thing he needed.
that's the Superman we deserved. Then I guess you get Babu Frick as Superman.
I love that there's a character in Star Wars whose last name is Frick.
Yeah.
The fake swear word for people that think freak is too much.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite.
Yeah. But yeah, Dave Filoni's in now instead of Kathleen Kennedy. Uh, I don't know, man. I just feel like this means that so much of the new Star Wars stuff is just gonna feel like season 3 of The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka. Like, I feel like it's just gonna feel kind of monotonous. And I want Star Wars to be like much more varied.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I would like them to explore other genres, other settings. There's so many things that you could do in this universe. And it feels like we're getting the same thing over and over, and I'm kind of losing it a bit.
Well, as much as I hate to say this, Taika Waititi is doing his own Star Wars project,
Hmm.
and he says that he's going to make it, a fun thing rather than like what they've been doing so far. It's going to be more whimsical, is not the word he used, but that's the word I associated with what he said.
Interesting.
That could work. I mean, some of the best Star Wars content out there right now is like their Lego series of video games. That is
Okay.
some of the best Star Wars content in that's out there right now because it's really funny and it kind of just boils down the movies and the shows down into like their core elements and then just like adds comedy to it. Like Robot Chicken, like how they did Star Wars, Family Guy did Star Wars. And Star Wars works really good as a comedy because they like can really embrace how ridiculous the writing is for the
Hmm.
movies, the plots, all that kind of stuff. They can say, "Hey, this doesn't make sense," but I don't know. Like, why do we have a hole in the Death Star that just blows up if someone shoots at it? I don't know. We'll put some boards over it later. Like, it's funny. So maybe this is the direction to go.
Yeah. I want it real fast. Let's take a little bit of time and
Mhm.
let's spitball some new ideas for Star Wars movies and Star Wars shows. And see if we could pitch them to Dave Filoni and
Mhm.
Lin Brennan. Let's see if we can get their attention.
I think a Star Wars like a Galaxy podcast could be pretty funny. Like
That
just
could be good.
two dudes just, talking about the current events that's going on in the Star Wars galaxy
Mhm.
and be like, "Hey, did you hear about that Jar Jar guy who's now the senator of an entire planet? Isn't that crazy?"
Okay. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
You know?
And, like, they take on, like, a kind of Alex Jones sort of role in the Star Wars universe, and things just really devolve. They get
Yeah.
really crazy, but they're, like they get really into, like, conspiracy theories.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I think Emperor Palpatine, I think he's that, like, old senator guy. It looks like he's that guy, but, like, if his skin was made out of ballsack.
Oh, you did yeah, he is that guy. Um that one Jedi shocked him to wrinkles with lightning. Oh, I didn't know Jedi could do that.
Crazy. I would really like a, Star Wars, like, just a detective type of show.
LA, like a noir.
Yeah, just a noir.
Like a
Y
noir or like a Columbo? Like
Honestly, we can have 2 different ones. I'm interested in a noir film series and a
mhm.
Columbo TV series.
Columbo TV series would go really well.
Mhm.
I think so.
Just like him, like, walking around Coruscant solving murders or whatever.
Mhm.
Love that.
Yep.
For the noir thing, I think you could make that more planet hopping. And
Mhm.
he's like uncovering again a conspiracy that is initially being
Mhm.
covered by the guys on this podcast idea.
Mhm.
I think there's something there.
He's checking out where the room where Anakin helped Palpatine throw Mace Windu out the window.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hmm, the facts aren't adding up here." Stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think that'd be pretty funny. Pretty
I
fun to
like
do.
I'm gonna pitch a show at you.
Okay.
This is a comedy, and it's a TV series that is a romantic comedy every episode, where it is somebody who is a, galactic matchmaker. They are there to try and help you find your perfect match in the galaxy.
So it's just Hitch, but
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
space. Hitch in
it's a
space.
Hitch in space, but it's a show.
Okay. Can we get Will Smith?
I don't know if Disney's gonna wanna hire him, but yeah, yeah, we could do that.
He's invited to the Oscars again. He's been
Oh, okay.
forgiven. Yeah.
Okay, good,
Yeah,
good.
they realize they like him more than Chris Rock.
I say that we could get, Chris Rock to be, like, his sort of nemesis in the show.
I feel like we should do like The Wiz but Star Wars.
Great. Love that.
It's dumb.
The dark side of the Force.
Yeah. It's exclusively the dark side of the force. Man.
Um, okay. So, what are some other things that would be good just in space? I
um
say
yeah.
Hannah Montana, but instead of like just a wig, it's a whole like alien costume. She changes species
Mm,
to like become this new pop star. Like it's a full bodysuit.
so she's like just like a normal person and then she's like dressing up as a Gungan because
Y-
that's who her
Yeah.
persona is.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or I actually I was thinking a hut.
Hut? Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
god.
Yeah, I think her pop star alter ego is a hut.
Mhm. That makes sense. I like that. I like huts. They're pretty cool.
We could have a mockumentary series, and, like, it's basically just ice road truckers, but it's about, like, freight pilots.
Mhm. Or, like, moonshiners, but it's like, the spice.
Spice shiners.
Yeah, spice shiners, yeah.
Yeah,
Because Star Wars also has spice, like, from
it does.
Dune.
I do think there needs to be a multi-camera sitcom somewhere in Star Wars.
It'd be, like, on the Death Star, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be
Just
like
like
The
a workplace
Office,
comedy.
but, like, specifically, like, the UK version of The Office, but on the Death Star,
Mm,
you know?
we've done that before.
Have we?
Yeah, back when we did Picture Podcast. That was
God
one of our scenes.
damn. Must be
Yeah,
a really good idea then.
yeah. We came all the way back
We
around
thought
to it
about
all
it
these years later.
twice. There's something
But
there.
hey, What is a show that you would like to see in the Star Wars universe? Please let us know, and maybe we can talk about it next time we do a Star Wars video.
Yeah.
Stu, is there anything you want to plug today?
Let's see. You can find me at stewoo underscore at twitch.tv. I stream.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can find me at Tomahawk Presents on the platforms that you want to find me at. And you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. We put a lot of work in over here. And we have, at time of recording, 111 subscribers.
My favorite
And
number.
yep. That's 3 ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost as good as like 4 ones.
Imagine getting 4 ones.
Wow. All right. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Wakanda forever.